Hello, beautiful people. How are you guys doing? I'm Prairie Vintage. My name is Linda. I'm an energy intuitive reader here on YouTube. I use spirit and my intuition to communicate energies to you guys. Today's reading is super exciting because I'm looking at what's new, what's next here in love for you. So who is coming in, and if no one's coming in, then what's happening next here in love? What can you expect? All right, so hopefully we get a little bit of a different narrative here for those of you guys kind of in situations that seem stuck, or just you're kind of getting in a stalemate here in your love life, and you're wanting to know what's going on, what's shifting, who is this person. So we'll try to get as much information regarding who this person is or what's happening here in your love life. Okay, so this reading's not going to be for everyone, and I put a big trigger here that if old energies come in and it's someone you're not wanting to deal with, I cannot control how the energy comes in. Okay, I'm going to communicate what I see here, and I don't know. If we see people from the past, then it's a person from the past. I don't know what to tell you. But I am intending on this being what's next in love, like energetically. What's new? What's next? Who is this person coming in? And if there is anyone new, then that will be picked up in the cards. Sometimes we're in connections energetically by energy vampires that don't leave us alone, that show up in our readings months and months and months. So if somebody's tied to your energy, that's probably going to be the person that I'm picking up here, although that is never my intention. So it's difficult, okay, for me to tell you why that energy is so strong. Only you know. I'm going to pull 3 cards. Use your intuition to pull you into whichever pick you think is your energy, or I guess the energy kind of sitting with you in your love life. And only you can use your intuition. I cannot tell you which pile is your pile. Okay, so let's pull the 3. I'm going to ask Spirit for a clear and concise message here for the collective viewer in regards to what's next, who is coming in, what's new in love for the viewer for pile 1s, 2, and 3. Spirit, can we get piles 1, 2, and 3? 1, 2, and one more, Spirit. Pile 3. Oh, great. Okay, we got 2 cards for pile 3. So let's see what's going on here. If you already know the backside of these cards, you can select 1, 2, 3 from the timestamp. It will be in the description box in the pinned comment. I'm going to pull some charms as well for your reading, for your card here. So those of you guys needing a little bit more information, then we can do that. All right. So for pile 1, we have the zebra. I'm not going to say much of anything. I'll let you intuit what feels right. Pile number 2, you have the turtle. Pile number 3, you have a lizard and a gazelle. I know it might be hard to choose when we have 2 here, but that is what it is. I'm going to pull some charms for option 1, spirits. We have, it looks like one of those, I don't know what they're called, ring dancers, or like gymnastic people that dance in the rings. I don't know if you could see that. If it's blurry, I apologize. It's a person inside a ring doing some sort of yoga pose. Okay. Option number 2, we have an angel also inside a ring looking outside. It looks like she's bored or looking outside a window or staring outside this ring. It's an angel with wings. All right, and for option number 3, we got 2 charms. Interesting. Everything's coming out doubled for option 3. We have a sun and we have a bull. A sun and a bull for your charms. Sun and a bull. Okay. I'm going to move this out of our way. And I'm going to put this over here. I'll leave the video running for a bit. Use your intuition, whichever pile feels like your message. Then I will see you at your pick. If it doesn't sound like something you want to sit with, do not listen to the whole message, all right? It's not going to be for everybody. So I will see you guys at your pick. Hello, my beautiful. Option number 1, you picked the zebra and the gymnast or the yoga pose. This appears to be the tree pose in yoga, in a circle, and you picked the zebra. So before I get into what's coming through for this, I want to just make mention that this reading is to look at what's next in love for you. Like, who is coming in next? What is this energy next in love for you? And like I mentioned in the intro, sometimes we have people energetically tied to us that hijack our readings that keep coming through, okay? And they're not wanting to hear about someone here, and you're trying to just move on. I cannot help how this energy comes through. So if this is someone from the past or someone that you're connected with, it might sound like this person, okay? And energetically, it's going to be the biggest pull in your love life, what's happening here. But my intention is to communicate who this person is and what you can expect here next in love, okay? So it's very important you use your own intuition over my intuition. If this is nothing you're wanting to accept, then do not feel obligated to listen to this. So this zebra energy is very enthusiastic, okay? This is a visionary. This could be an artist, a creative person, quite eccentric, quite very unique. The tree pose in yoga, I mean, this could certainly be someone who enjoys yoga, but it provides balance. It helps with anxiety and stress. So I don't know if this is a creative person who is quite anxious. You know, somebody here who is quite anxious, but I feel balance coming through quite strong. So we'll see how that plays in. I'm going to put this right over here, and then we're going to flip over your oracle cards. I have not looked at these at all. I just asked the question, what was new? Who's coming in for love for you? Pile 1. And this is what I have. If this energy sounds like your energy, chances are your person could be elsewhere. Unless, of course, this is a message specifically for you, then you'll come through, okay? So we have it gets better. I was feeling anxiety and stress in whatever energy I was picking up here. We have a heart here that's mended. And then we have 6 hands, and 6 is all a number about balance. 6 is stability, equal reciprocity. And then we have 6 hands in the air. Okay, it gets better. We have find your sacred flow. We have the astronomer with discovery and augury. I was feeling visionary here from the zebra. I'm getting heavy visionary here from this. We can also pick up from both of these someone quite intuitive, psychic. We have the third eye here, and we have the third eye highlighted here. Okay. We have the golden rose, 58, or the number 13. The golden rose. We have 28 with luck, or the number 10. We have 7th chakra. The energy of crown chakra supports our feeling of being connected to a higher power and part of a larger whole. And we have time, 41. The energy of time supports our understanding of the relativity of time and our capacity to be present in the moment. 41 or 5. We have freedom. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. All right. We have rainbow transference with 21. I'm putting these like this so I can have space. We have 32 with the cave. We have 1010 high priestess with expanding consciousness. We have wombat spirit with be at home, 68. 14 or 5 coming out again. We have 49 with rabbit spirits. Now is a lucky time. We have luck and we have time. Lucky time. Interesting. 13 coming out again because we had 13 here. And the golden rose. 13 is the transformation card in the tarot, the death card. We have Juno with partnership, 31, or the number 4. We have scintillation. Hopefully you guys can see that. We have E equals MC squared with relativity. Dark and light. We have the dark nebula. I just heard someone say my whole love life's been a dark nebula. That's funny. Okay. I don't mean to laugh at you. I just feel your pain. Okay, gambler. Light attribute. The willingness to follow intuition even when others doubt you. Shadow attribute, relying on luck rather than hard work. Interesting, luck coming out again. Servants. Light attribute. Delight in serving others with a free and loving heart. Shadow attribute, using the lack of money as an excuse not to move forward with life. Gambler and servants. Okie dokie. Smokily. Okay, so I'm going to be very, very, very honest with what I see and feel here, okay? If this isn't your message, this isn't your message. It's not going to be for everybody. I feel like what I was reading was you. Because what I feel in this energy, what's next in love for you, is I'm seeing somebody here who is transitioning out of a state of anxiety, somebody who's transitioning out of a state of feeling imbalanced in connection. Definitely someone I feel here is unique, creative, potentially, like I said, a visionary, a psychic, might have a developed third eye, definitely in touch with spirits. I mean, if you are watching this tarot, then you're most likely someone who is highly spiritual. But what's happening here is you're coming to yourself, but it's through a bunch of trials and tribulations, I feel. And so I feel like you're learning to trust yourself, and I feel like you're learning to heal parts of yourself. And I feel like there's been maybe not just one hurt, it could have been multiple hurts, or at least multiple attempts to get out of a state that you're in. And it's been challenging because I feel like it's difficult for you, or has been difficult for you, to trust in connection and trust in allowing yourself to understand who you are in connection, how to be in connection, and to just align. Because I feel someone who's been very removed, out of balance, recovery. And so there is a very strong message here of it shifting quite dramatically in your favor here. But there is also an energy here of it really starting with your own awareness and perception about how you sit in your mind and in your energy, when you do think about connection, or when you're thinking about what it means to you to be in a connection with somebody, and really examining what that looks like to you. Because I feel like the shift here with the scintillation, something is coming in, but I feel like it's something here like with the luck and the timing, because I don't necessarily believe in luck so much as I do things are happening when they're supposed to happen. But I feel like there's something very strong coming in, and I feel like it is the significant connection that you've been wanting to cultivate deep down. Because I do feel like you're coming from a place where maybe you weren't serious so much about connection, or you were focused on repairing, heartache, healing, or certain parts of yourself. I feel here, like I said, with multiple attempts, and maybe not wanting to step outside of your comfort zone so much here, but maybe you weren't shut off to connection consciously, but your energy was doing something else. Your energy was closed off. Your energy was healing. Your energy was connecting to what connection is in a way that wasn't helping you to bring in a partnership. So I feel like your energy is shifting. And I feel like with every attempt here, so I don't know if you've had multiple connections or just experiences here that's left you questioning or feeling, like a question mark here, or feeling out of balance here. So I don't know, maybe you've attempted, like I said, to date, or you've attempted a connection with someone that's been painful. And it just seems like it's been very painful, and it didn't really seem like it was getting to where it needed to be. Because I feel like there's a true core here of real connection, real partnership. And I don't feel like you've been there. I feel like it's been something maybe that you've seen as a faraway thing that could happen for you, but never seemed to happen, or you just never believed you could ever get there. And so I feel like, okay, Spirit's coming through with something quite strong. So now I don't necessarily know if this is your energy or the person who's coming in for you. This could certainly be somebody who's given up on connection because they've been hurt, or at least they're doing a lot of repairs here on their own self, because it's kept them stuck. And I feel like this person's been out of balance for quite some time here, and not knowing how to get connected here in partnership. So this could be somebody who was had a skewed version or perception of what coming together with another person could mean. So I feel like this person, I keep saying you, right? But I mean, that's as it was coming through. This person here, I feel, has felt like they've been in a dark cloud and lonely. And I feel like this person wouldn't outright refuse connection, but their whole energy was doing exactly that. So I feel like there is someone, okay, here, and it could certainly be you, showing up in this person's life kind of as a bright star here that renews this person's belief in connection, that allows this person to open themselves up to what is possible. That for the longest time, this person's been in a state of not allowing themselves to explore, not allowing themselves to find balance in connection and be free of any sort of limitations and this darkness I feel that's been surrounding this person. And so I feel by meeting you, or if you are the other person here that I was reading that's been off balance and trying to find love here and kind of hesitant, it's like someone's come into your life, and this could be somebody who's already in your life, but who you have not yet melded with, I feel. Okay, I feel like you're moving towards an energy here of everything lining up here, but it starts with you, because I feel like your energy, I keep flipping between you and this energy, so I don't know, you make sense of who's what and flip whatever you need to. I do not mean to confuse you. Somebody here, if this is you or not, I don't know, but this person that I'm picked up predominantly here is in a funk, but it stems from themselves. So it's not like they have never had the opportunity here present itself. In a way here that has allowed them to resolve what their hangups are. Let me reword that. I feel like this person has not yet resolved their hangups in connection, and they could have not have brought this in towards their energy field because of their vibration, of their energy, of their disconnect here to self. And so as this person aligns more to self, as this person becomes more aware and allows themselves to find balance and connection, they free themselves. They're able to take chances now, maybe where there was a lot of restriction because of heartache. They make themselves available. They allow themselves to be open to connection more and more. But I feel like this is because of the fact that there's another energy here that I feel brings in hope. This other energy awakens this person in some way out of some funk, makes this person see things in a different way that this person wasn't always seeing, that makes them feel safe with this be at home, that makes them feel very lucky and blessed, like they're receiving goodness here despite the energy that they've been in. And it's a slow work towards the core of what matters, which I think is coming together in a partnership here. But it liberates this person, because I feel this person was very restricted, and I do feel a person who might have wanted to come out or wanted to find balance, but I feel a lot of anxiety, a lot of hurt. And I do feel this person is quite creative here, okay? Like an artist type. So this person is emotionally deep, has depth to them. This person could be musically inclined or just creative as a whole, writing, painting. I don't have too much about this person outside of that description, and someone who is most likely in tune psychically or can read energy. And I feel like this person might have lost their desire here in connection, but there was always some sort of desire of hope, but I feel like it kind of got overshadowed by this person's anxiety and their experience. So I feel like this person is exploring themselves in a way they have not, because of the opportunity that presented to them with this other person, if this makes sense. This is getting very difficult for me to explain to you guys. I hope this is making sense to you guys. But so this is supposed to be what's new and what's next in love. Like, I feel like if you have not yet, you know who I'm talking about here. I do feel for a lot of you guys, there is someone here already, but I feel like you haven't chanced it, or you weren't seeing it, or you were in a state where you couldn't act up on it. And so I feel like what's next in love is, I feel there is a liberation here, a shift with expanding consciousness, kind of like a journey of going from needing to repair, needing to find balance, anxiety, darkness, out of this cave into a more receptive energy here to experience connection, to be open to what is being gifted here. That's definitely divine timing is in play, but now is kind of the time. Okay, now is a lucky time. So I feel like this person, when they start to see beyond their barriers, make themselves available, take a chance in allowing themselves to express and feel outside of the darkness, the hurt, and the confusion and the imbalance, there is two souls connecting here on a very profound, deep level of understanding here that I feel kicks off this connection in a way that it has not yet been able to happen. And if you don't know who this person is, then this person comes in like a ray of sun that you're not expecting, that it makes you see things completely different, that allows you to come out of whatever said cave here, okay? You know, crisscross rolls, like I said, because you might be this ray of sun if you're not resonating with that energy. But if you are resonating with this kind of more hermit type energy, someone removed, this person only leaves this state because they get enlightened by someone here who is kind of coming in as a very bright light, just kind of out of the blue. And I feel like this is an out of the blue person. Okay, I mean, if you know them already, you met this person out of the blue, or this is something you were not expecting. It's like you weren't expecting to find this person or the blessing of this person to have such a profound impact on you and your connection to connection, or how you perceive connection. So I'm going to ask Spirit for a little bit more here. I'm sorry if this has been a little all over the place, you guys. I'm trying. I do love the new energy, though, with this energy shift here in January. So I hope you guys are feeling the energy shift as well. This definitely feels like someone who's going through an energy shift or becomes very aware of the energy they're in is limiting them in connection. So, spirits, can we get a deeper layer here for pile 1? What is next in love? Who is coming in? What is this about? What did I miss? What is unclear? Thank you so, so much, spirits. What is next in love? Okay, that's not wanting to go in. So, we have the Page of Pentacles, opportunity. Page is all about communication as well. It says skill, talent, Ace of Wands in reverse. I'm going to read them as they come out. Page of Cups in reverse. More pages. 2 of Swords, 5 of Wands, Knight of Cups in reverse, and we have the 5 of Pentacles in reverse on the bottom of the deck. 7 of Pentacles. Okay, it's all the same energy here. Okay, so like I started reading it as your energy, so I don't know, I guess I'll continue doing this as such. What I'm seeing here in the cards, it's like there's an opportunity that presents itself, this shining star, this blessing, this person, this new energy coming in here, but I feel like you don't act on it. You're indecisive. There is no decision because there's so much anxiety and there's so much weight you are connected to energetically when it comes to connection and healing and having to find self to sort through in order to make yourself available and open. So I feel like you don't pursue this. It causes lots of conflict, internal conflict, defensiveness. It could be quite a struggle here. There might be a need to get clear and understand why there's challenge. And you and this person could certainly be at odds in some way, because I feel like this is, you know, two people having two different understandings here. And so I feel like you don't pursue an emotional offer here. So if this person comes forward showing interest, I feel like you're conflicted and you're closed off. And I feel like you don't move forward expressing your own desire to share romantic feelings here. And I feel like you're in this state of a 5 of Pentacles which is you kind of do it to self. You're left out in the cold. But you're understanding this as maybe something that, I don't know, as a struggle you got to go through, as a loss, as something here like a hardship you're having to overcome. But I feel in the reverse, it's like you come out of this, like you recognize, you have this expanding consciousness and this awareness that if you're wanting to experience connection, this would be the connection. Now would be the time for you to come out of holding yourself back or out or stay in this cave energy. Comfort zone, safety, but it's lonely. And it leaves you at a loss and at a cold, because I feel like this person has conflict about this. And I feel like this doesn't allow you guys to come together. Specifically because this energy is one that doesn't move, doesn't pursue their desire, and doesn't come forward with offering love, or nor takes a cup of love. I do feel as someone you communicate with the pages here. And also, there's a lot of youthful energy coming through with the zebra and the pages. Like, a lot of youthful energy, okay? So it could be that you or this person's young at heart, or that this connection really opens up the inner child in both of you guys. I feel there's like an inner child coming out. A very youthful energy, playful energy. But I also feel like this person is so out of balance that I feel like they're having to come into connection kind of as a youth to figure out themselves, their heart, understand, to find their sacred flow so they know how to stand on their own to get to the core that matters here. I feel like, again, lots of trials and tribulations here with the golden rose. It's like going through different thorns and sharp turns and curves and not quite knowing here, trying to find the core. So I feel like there is a lot of time invested here with this, okay? But I feel like the time invested here is much needed in looking at self. But as we know, we can sit in looking at self and keep seeing something as a struggle and stay in the struggle, or we could choose to get out of a struggle and act differently. We could choose how we perceive things. We could see things that are unspoken. We can start to engage with this seventh chakra, crown chakra, in a 5D energy space that steps outside of our experience in the 3D, that allows us to be comfortable in the unknown, that allows us to take a chance, that allows us to be of service in a connection here. Because that's where we find true freedom. Because if when we're in the cave and we feel left out because of a past experience, we don't feel free. And so I feel like this is the card of putting in consistent energy and effort and almost giving up because we're not seeing the fruits of our labor, and we can get very discouraged and stay in loss. But if we keep continuing in the same mindset and doing the same thing, we keep experiencing the same thing. So I feel like this person's coming out of that state because there's a recognition here triggered by another personality here with this scintillation, this, I feel, once in a lifetime experience, or at least a very impactful wave of energy within this person, allowing this person to have an opportunity to step outside of this darkness. So there is a connection here, a very profound connection. Yes, sorrow, loss, leaving. It's like this person has experienced a lot of loss, a lot of struggle and hardship. And because it's their reality, it's kept them, you know, in a state of not trusting, not pursuing, not feeling the spark to get themselves going because of the anxiety and the stress here. So it keeps them stuck in indecision. So there is a triggering here. And I do feel as though if this has already happened and somebody has triggered you in some way, you're still sorting through, trusting yourself in connection, trusting the timing, making yourself available here. But I do feel like this does cause conflict with this Five of Wands. And I don't know, like, you know, how long you can sit here in this type of an energy, but I feel like there's a recognition here. I'm going to ask for just a little bit more then, because I don't know, this person that I'm picking up here, this now's the lucky time, this energy that's coming in to kind of free you, because I feel like it provides you with some sort of liberation. Can we get some more regarding pile number one's person here? Can we get some more? Oh my goodness. Okay, well, we have the Five of Wands coming out. Yeah, I do feel there's so much conflict here, because I feel like this person either expresses themselves, makes themselves available in some very profound way here, but I feel like because of the limitation and the restriction here, this person needing to get balanced, it causes both parties not to see eye to eye. We have here competition, debate, and defense. The Hermit in reverse, Virgo energy. This is also a need to go inwards and really do the healing. This is healing, solitude, and inner work. And so without the inner work, this person is not available. Death in reverse. Without leaving behind what doesn't serve, without doing the work they need to do in order to expand their consciousness to see things differently, instead of being Five of Pentacles, they stay stuck. So I feel like this person's energy is working on detaching, allowing themselves to have new beginning. This is transformation, new beginning. So begin again, it even says. So I feel like to allow themselves to take a chance here on love, on this connection, there's a huge inner work that's happening here, and it causes, again, like I said, a lot of the conflict. So I'm getting a lot about this person. I'm not getting so much about this other person coming in. So I don't know, maybe, like I said, maybe this is your person here who's in some sort of shadow energy. Wheel of Fortune, timing, divine timing, destined thing here. Someone potentially that you've been in cyclical patterns with here, some sort of karmic cycle here that's happening. And the world is also talking about cycles, okay? And I feel it's in the reverse, because I feel like whatever this situation is, if you know about it, is definitely not over. Okay, there's a need to conclude some sort of experience here, have a huge shift, have an understanding, a deep understanding, and I feel it is a struggle and a conflict to go through this, because it pushes us outside of our comfort zone. And so I feel like once the world happens, this is completely concluding a piece of our life that we could put behind us and finally move on and finally allow ourselves to have a new beginning. The death, this is like final release of the old to have new. But both of these in the reverse, I mean, this is amidst this transformation. This isn't happening quite yet, and so because this is not happening, the time here to engage and merge doesn't happen until the shift happens, until the awareness happens, until this person comes out. And so I feel this person is amidst this karmic lesson cycle, closing out this chapter, and unfortunately it causes conflict, because I feel like there's a lot of imbalance in this connection. Like I said, balance was coming through. I feel somebody's hopeful, energetic, makes themselves available, and someone is unhealed, believing they're incapable, and hanging on to things that don't work, and not trusting themselves and making themselves become available. So what is this? I mean, this is the Wheel of Fortune. The wheel could be, you know, a cycle, a lunar cycle. It could be an annual thing, a whole year. I don't know what to tell you other than the cycle. Spirit knows when the time is right, and we have here now is a lucky time. But I feel like that's more speaking about when this person comes in, that is the trigger in this person's love life. That's the time that this person has a profound shift in their love life. Because of their meeting this person, they're connecting, their ability to shake out of whatever funk that they're in. Although it is quite the process. I'm going to ask her just final words here. Spirit, is there anything we can see about the other person here? Okay, because I don't know who you come here as, but I'm doing my best to read this energy as best I can. This is exactly as it's coming out. Like, it's clear to me, but I don't know if I'm communicating it so clear to you guys. I hope so. Spirits, please communicate through me here. What does pile 1 need to know? Can we get some more in regards to the other person, and anything pile 1 needs to know regarding what's new, what's coming in next in their love life? Who is this person? We have the Ace of Swords in reverse. We have the Ace of Wands in reverse. And we have the 10 of Wands. And we have the King of Swords. Okay, so I'm not getting anything on this person. So it could very well be that this is your person coming out here, because that's why I asked what's new and what's coming in. This person's on the verge of a new beginning. They have to eventually come into a new beginning here, okay? But it's not happening, the new beginning. And why it's not happening is what I see here is that this person needs to go through death process, needs to do the hermit. There's some sort of truth this person isn't wanting to see, and they haven't decided. Like, they have to decide to choose them. They have to decide to gamble on this connection and gamble by being available here, to make themselves available, to pursue their passion. Because I feel like this person wants a new beginning, but is so blocked from choosing this connection, and is so blocked from chasing up on this. And so they hit a wall here with this 10 of Wands. This is being overburdened. This is an overload, okay? We get so heavy. We get so stressed and burdened that something has to give in order for there to be a release. And so I feel like this person is causing their own burden, their own suffering. And so I do feel like there's a lot of mental chatter going on here with this King of Swords. That this person is kind of sitting in an energy here where they're connecting mentally, but they're not allowing their heart to open up in a way that allows them to surrender, to trust, because there's a lot of need to control situation. There's a lot of fear here in escaping their comfort zone, because when we're in mind, we have control, or we think we have control anyway, especially when we're protecting ourselves because we've experienced pain in some way. So this person's hitting a wall here with this 10 of Wands, okay? This person is hitting a 10 of Wands, which is they can't no more. They can't carry on no more. They can't carry on in uncertainty. They can't carry on in delaying an inevitable beginning. And that's where this person is at here. So that's what I see energetically. That's all I see. That's all I can communicate. I hope this helped you guys and didn't confuse you guys. Like I said, you know, there's so many people here, so just take the part here that fits to your story. But it's certainly the things that I was talking about that aren't going to be different. It is somebody in this energy of stuckness, not available for connection, and trying to see the light in some way. And I think they see the light because there's another energy that either you already know, most likely, or comes in. And it's an inconvenient time, and it becomes a challenge here, but it's the right recipe, because it's exactly as it's supposed to happen in order for this person to shake out of whatever their funk is, to liberate them. Okay? So that's your message. Pile 1, I hope this helped. I'll see you soon. Bye. Hello, my beautiful pile 2. You picked the turtle and the angel here that I said looks kind of like she's waiting, or she's bored, or she's looking out the window. I won't tell you exactly what I'm picking up from this just yet. I wouldn't be surprised if not a lot of people maybe pick this, because turtle, normally how I read it is timing and slowness here. And so maybe you feel like things have been very slow, but that's not what I'm getting from this, okay? And I'll tell you what's coming out, but I mean, there might have been some slowness in your experience up until now. However, I am picking up a complete different energy. So what we're looking at is what's new, or who's new in your love life. Like, what's coming in next for you, and to see if we can see who this person is and what's going to happen. Okay, now I do put that caveat out there that if this is a person that's you're not wanting to hear about because it's someone that you're trying to release, sometimes they come through and hijack the readings because they're still tied to us energetically. And if that's what comes through, then that's what's coming through in your love life. And I cannot pick up new energy, then I do apologize. But the intention was for new energy, new people, what's coming through, what's going to happen. You know, if that's something that's going to happen. And if we're picking up old energy or someone here, then unfortunately there's still more to that story that needs to come out here. Okay, so only you know. If you're not wanting to hear that, then just go to another pile if it doesn't resonate. So if this sounds predominantly like your energy too, then it could be your what's coming in for you is in another pile. Just definitely choose or use your intuition to choose whatever you feel is your story, okay? So the turtle in this oracle deck, the animal spirit oracle here, this talks about being grounded and finding self, you know, really being connected to self and understanding self here. So I do feel like, and this is heavy earth and water energy, so Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So if I'm describing, I could be describing the person that's coming in for you, okay? If it sounds like someone you know, then it could certainly be this person, okay? Or if you don't know them, it could be the person coming in. So this person that I'm reading, it understands themselves, has had to get very grounded to come back to themselves. But I feel like something has taken time for them to work through a process here. And the fact that we see the angel here, I feel like an angelic type of energy, but this person looks like they're waiting. And I don't know how that's going to play in. So I don't know if this person is waiting. This person seems like something's taking very long in their life. So maybe it's taking very long for this person to find themselves, or for them to get grounded, or for them to feel safe and at home. Or maybe this person is idle when you meet them, or is in between something here, because I feel like this person is, I don't know, like idle or not doing something here. Okay, I don't know what that means, but let's look and see what I get in these cards. Okay, so we have anxiety. This could be Nine of Swords / devil energy. We have handcuffs and 2 keys. Anxiety. We have scribe, light attribute, preserving knowledge and information. Shadow attribute, altering facts or plagiarizing others' work. And we have fool, light attributes, fearlessly revealing emotion, helping people laugh at absurdity and hypocrisy. And then shadow attributes, using humor to wound rather than liberate, denial of your emotional truth. Okay. We have worry. I am learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. We have Cancer with immerse, number 4. Cancer energy, more water energy. We have make believe, number 17, or the number 8. And then we have the rat here. Make believe. We have ambush fear with your ferociousness, dream, 51, or the number 6. And then we have an elephant here, 6. It could be the lovers. 6 is all about balance, give and take. Ambush fear with your ferocious. Oh, I don't know if I read that right. I'm sorry. Ambush fear with your ferocious dream. Make believe. Okay. The poet. relationships and vulnerability. The poet, and we have scribe here. This person might be a writer. Okay. I do feel creative energy coming through this pile as well. Very creative. Lots of water energy. Silver, 25. Or another number 7. And then we have 12 with direction. Or the number 3. And then we have presence, 32. Or the number 5. The energy of presence supports our ability to focus our full attention and stay in the here and now. Curiosity with the number 15 or the number 6. The frequency of curiosity supports our intrinsic inquisitive nature, which is the necessary driving force behind any growth and evolution. We have the threshold, and this is 45, or the number 9. We have Holy Grail code 44 with receive the gift. Wow. We have koi fish spirit. There is always enough with 36, or the number 9. Black hole and multiverse. Okay, just give me a little bit here to tap into this energy, because I do feel there is different energy coming through here. Let's see. So, although this is supposed to be like what's next in love here, seems to be more of a personal type reading, I feel here. And you could apply this to your person if this is how it came out, because I was intending it to be who's this person kind of energetically coming towards you, and you know what exactly is going to happen in your love life next here energetically. And so what I feel like is still this person I was picking up here, somebody who's had to find themselves, but I feel it's been quite the process here. And I feel like it's gone from a really crazy state, okay, where maybe they felt really like, well, I mean, this is anxiety, but I feel like it is someone here who feels very stuck to some external set of circumstances that causes them to feel like they have no control and causes them to stress, because there is an energy that this person, old energy, I feel that they're coming out of, which is having to trust spirit and having to trust themselves to guide them towards allowing things to flow in their life and to be presented with whatever experience spirit is presenting, rather than trying to make things happen or control outcomes. So I feel like this person is somebody who might be used to controlling their life, having certain outcomes, and I don't know, like, I feel this person has been in that energy, but I feel like something is changed in this person's life here, okay? And like I said, if this is your energy, then I feel like what you're doing here, or this person, is aligning things up for them to be able to receive in love by showing the universe that they trust where they're being led. By opening their heart up and not putting any condition on how they come out or what's supposed to happen here. because I feel like this person is learning a very profound lesson of how to allow things outside of their control to happen without feeling that they need to control it. Allow things to naturally unfold in their life without a need or without tying some sort of attachment, worry, anxiety to when things don't go right, which will put them in a very vulnerable state here, which will make them have to face and jump into their feelings and allow spirit to direct them, so that they know that there is always abundance here, that there's not a lack of abundance, there's not a lack of people available for this person. So I feel like this person is about to receive a gift here, and it could certainly be that you're their gift if you're resonating with this being the person coming in here. And if this is your energy, then you're aligning yourself to receive when it comes to love. The right person, whatever you're supposed to line up here for yourself in your love life is happening exactly as it should happen here. But in order to do this, there's a lot of work that I feel you're having to go through and that you have been doing here that's keeping you away from enjoying a partner here. But it's much necessary here, because this teaches you about trusting self and when to trust spirits, and how to be vulnerable without control or attachments, and how to not lose hope and remain in an energy of trust without feeling jaded or let down, and to be very present in how spirits is delivering gifts to you via the universe. And so I feel like there's a relearning of self and a relearning of how to be open to connection in this person's life. But I'm only picking up one energy here. And in pile 1, I was picking up 2. So, like I said, this person could be a water or earth sign. I do feel like this person could very much be somebody who is used to, like I said, controlling outcomes in their life, and someone who might have had to learn a huge lesson here in detaching from outcome and not attaching to connection so much, but learn to be vulnerable, learn to trust, learn to see what they need to see by being present and not trying to force things to see things in a certain way that they want to see it, and not to have a lack mindset when it comes to if something isn't aligned, that it means it's never for them or not for them. And I feel there's a big energy coming through here that this person might not have understood how to put themselves first in connection, or to know when they're supposed to put themselves first, or how to choose themselves. So there's a very profound lesson that's helping this person to see. And I do feel like this person might have a tendency as well to run or to abandon ship here when things might not seem like they're going right, or to just give up, or to get fall victim to their anxiety and their worries, rather than to remain in an energy of allowing the universe to deliver and to lean into any uncertainty. I feel like this person definitely could get carried away or pulled away into the abyss of maybe something would never happen, or looking at the negative side of something here, specifically when it comes to connection, because that's what we're talking about. And so this person could, I am picking up, have an energy of being guarded because of their experience in a certain way that maybe they don't recognize is actually not helping them. You know, like it protects them, but it doesn't help them when it keeps people out in some way. So I feel this person is trying to find balance of how to be. Let's see. Spirit for pile 2. Okay. Thank you very much. We have cards coming out. So more information regarding pile number 2. What's new? Who's coming in here for you? You have the Ace of Cups. Emotional new beginning. Relationships. Peace. Ace of Cups is all about self. Self-love. And like I said, putting self first. Knowing our self-worth and our value. The Hermit in reverse. I feel like, yes, this is this lesson. Okay, the Hermit's all about the lessons we learn in self when we do the self-discovery and the inner work and the healing we need to do to understand ourselves. So I feel like it in reverse, it's like this person was needing to experience something so that they could find self-worth, so that they're able to be open to have an emotional new beginning, so that they're not putting themselves second here, or that they're stuck in some way of being that potentially limits them from experiencing a full connection with Immerse, from being completely vulnerable and open here. Because I feel the turtle shell here was coming out as this person's sort of protective mechanism, or running away if things started to feel anxious, or that they felt like things they had no control, or they weren't capable of receiving, and so there was lack mindset, that maybe there wasn't enough for them, or that they weren't sure where they were headed. We have the Page of Swords. We have the Ten of Swords in reverse and the Seven of Wands. So this person with Page is all about early learning stages here. Curiosity, which we had with this. Wasn't this? Look at that. Curiosity. It says curiosity. That's what this Page of Swords is. So the Hermit is all about us getting curious about, really reflecting. So I feel like this person is having to really start asking a lot of questions about the parts of themselves that I don't think this person has ever done when it comes to, you know, how they give love and how they receive love and what relationship means to them and how they could put themselves first or find self-worth and self-value here. So I feel like this person, when you meet this person, okay, because this is who's supposed to be coming in for you, I feel like they're closing something out. And I feel like they have to close out a part of their self in order to make way for new energy to come into this person's life. And with the Seven of Wands, you know, this is like stepping up to the challenge. This is having the courage to stand our ground, and it can be quite defensive energy, and in the reverse can mean like dropping our defenses. And I feel like this person here might have to learn when to surrender and when to fight, and what doesn't serve them in connection, and what would, and learn how to find love of self and how to really know themselves inside and out. Because I feel like this person might have understood a version of themselves that isn't serving them, that they have to find closure with. So yeah, this is this person, you know, and like I said, if this is your energy, then you can find your person elsewhere, but this is the person I'm picking up here. So I want to see, like, how do you connect with this person, and can I get more about this connection overall? Spirit, clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of pile 2. What's with this connection? Page of Pentacles, opportunity. This came out for pile 1. This is all about having an opportunity, potential. So Potential to make something happen here in the material world, like a connection. Spirit, can we get some more in regards to this connection between pile 2 and their person here? Mother star with yes. Wow. Queen of Wands. Lots of divine feminine energy. King of Cups in the reverse. Why is this Mother star here, Spirit? What is going on in this connection? We have the Four of Pentacles in reverse, and then we have the Creator in reverse, and it says no. And these are 2 special cards in this tarot pack, and then we have Judgment. Wow, Judgment. This is the awakening. This is the karmic cycle that we're learning. This is all about acceptance and looking at situations that transpired or up until, you know, our whole experience up until a certain point, and looking back on it and seeing how we can transform from our experiences. So this person's having a profound awakening. So I don't know, maybe you awaken this person, okay, or you awaken them when you meet them, but this person gets put into some sort of awakened state where they're having to assess themselves and everything about them here, how they show up in connection. But I feel like what Spirit's showing, because I'm asking about this connection specifically, it's like this person awakens to a potential here in this connection, that they go from being the creator here of their own life, which again, as we know, is illusion. Yes, we can say, you know, we attract certain things with our energy, which we certainly do, but the source, Spirit, is the true creator living through us. So we might have the illusion of creation, and I feel like this person was in a state of control, which is why there's a lot of anxiety and mental thoughts, and where we're seeing this curiosity is lots of mental noise. And so I feel like this person's awakening to the fact that they don't really control a whole lot here, that there is external forces in play, okay, with this Mother star and this yes. It's like if something's to come to them, it's going to come to them through spirits, through an offering. And so I am getting another energy here because I was asking about the connection. I feel like your energy, if you're resonating with this person being someone that's going to come into your life or someone you already know, I feel like your energy here is somebody who might not be so emotionally available when you meet this person. Because I feel like there's certain things here that you're having to release yourself. So there's a lot of mirroring going on with these 2 people. There's this person stuck in some sort of comfort zone, needing to understand what they need to release in their own life in order to find stability in this connection. But I feel there's deep love, but I feel like either this person, you here, what I'm reading, is somebody who is incapable of showing up in a loving way to share open-heartedly until they deal with their own sort of things that they need to let go of in order to find stability, to move forward in this connection. So who is this person? I feel like this person we was picking up water and earth energy, although I feel you see them as this Queen of Wands. Attractive, creative, a leader, somebody very self-direct, focused. I do feel a lot of creativity coming through with the scribe. So I do feel like this person's either a writer or, because I mean, scribe is writing, but it could be somebody who's has a profound way of communicating, who's created something here. But I feel like you're really drawn to this person, okay? And there's this kind of energy that this person gives off here. I feel like is something that you're having to really go inwards yourself and mirror with this person and understand like what's holding you back in this connection in order for things to flourish, in order for things to move forward. The Hierophant in reverse. So this is all about what we value, greater levels of commitment, understanding, wisdom, knowledge. Okay, so in reverse, it's like, and with the Judgment right on top, both of you guys, from having connected here, I think have this very profound realization within each other of what really matters in our life. What do we value? What do we want to hang on to as tradition? What sort of conditioning have we embraced here that's led us astray or has led us to anxiety and worry. That I feel like this person is in amidst figuring this all out. And so, to be honest, I feel like this person becomes more available here to you than you become to them. And so I do feel as though pile 1 and 2 could certainly be the mirror person. So if you feel as though this is your energy here, okay, that I was reading here, someone going through this profound understanding and learning to let go of outcome and let spirit take the wheel, you could certainly be tied to this person who I feel is in pile 1. So you might already know this person, and if you don't, I feel this is how it's happening here, okay, is this person triggers this sort of thing, but I feel like you're already going through this. You're already going through some sort of profound understanding here in order to make yourself open and available to come to a union here with your person. So I'm going to get final words here for pile 2. What is still unclear to pile 2, Spirit? Can I please communicate and channel what is still unclear? What does pile 2 need to know about this person and what's coming in next in love for this person, for pile 2? What do they need to know, Spirit? Clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of pile 2. The Lovers, yes, in order to have harmony, in order to come into balance, in order to choose each other. The High Priestess in reverse and the Page of Pentacles coming out again and now in reverse. So what this is telling me is, so funny, Spirit's funny. This High Priestess, this is all about us not seeing things, okay? And sometimes we don't see things because Spirit's got the wheel. And sometimes we ignore things within ourselves that is really suppressed. And when the High Priestess is in reverse, we're ignoring inner voice, or we have so much experience, conditioning, worry, suffering, things that are suppressed that we haven't dealt with. So I feel like in order to choose this connection, in order to come together in harmony, in union, love, all of this stuff here, okay, love, harmony, union, to come together, in order to choose this connection, there has to be an understanding here of, again, with the Hermit, of self, the understanding one's own sort of soul, one's own sort of subconscious energies, and really recognize it in order to allow themselves to have a new beginning, for them to manifest something in this world when it comes to this connection. Okay, to have something manifest in a practical way here, Spirit is really showing the lesson here with the Hierophant in reverse and the High Priestess in reverse. So this is happening for a reason, the way it's happening, which might be challenging and struggling, because I do feel like you and this person might be on 2 different pages, and that this lesson is one that is quite challenging, making you feel like, you know, maybe, I don't know, like it's not going to happen for you, or there's not enough, or you're not sure which direction you're going, or you're not quite sure how you're supposed to sort of engage. So I feel like there's a need for you to keep jumping into questioning how you are, why you're doing what you're doing, immerse yourself in your feelings, allow yourself to be led here by Spirit without going down a rabbit hole of worry or trying to control outcome here, because I feel like this causes us to feel stuck. This causes us to feel anxious. This causes us to not have hope in whatever Spirit wants to manifest. And I do feel like Spirit is going to gift you something here, okay? But Ace of Cups, new beginning, but it all starts with self-love, self-worth, not putting ourselves, you know, second place here, but understanding how we can support ourselves. And that's what this turtle is, like, getting grounded, coming back to home, understanding in a very safe way of who we are. And so I think this is taking a lot of work. And now I feel like your guardian angels, again, I don't know if this is you, I keep flip-flopping between, you know, this being you, this being your person, because I feel heavy mirroring here. But I feel like guardian angels looking here, watching you in this profound lesson. If this is your lesson, or this person, it's like watching this person, because they get stuck here, and they get stuck of their own sort of doing, because an inability to trust where this is going, and that's part of the lesson. Wow. Okay. So this is this reading. Sorry if it's been confusing. I'm trying not to make it confusing, but this is how it's coming out. And if you were drawn to another pile, go check that out. Like I said, if this is more you, then your person could certainly be in another pile, or the energy of how that person's coming through, of what's new. All right. Never take a message that you feel is not for you. I cannot make this fit for you. Only you can do that. All right. I will see you soon. Bye. Hello, my beautiful pile 3. Oh my goodness, you got 2 cards here. These readings have been very, very interesting. Before I get into the energy I'm picking up here, what I asked Spirit was what's next and who's coming in next in love for you. Okay, so what's your love life kind of gonna look like here? And I did mention in the intro that if we see old energies coming through, people from the past, I cannot help it, because sometimes these people hijack our energy and they come up in our readings time and time and time again. So I don't know if you're wanting to move on from someone or just detach or see new energy. That's what this intention was for in this reading, although I can't guarantee it, because it could mean that there's more energetically here between you and this person that's coming through predominantly. So without spoiler alerts, I felt 1 and 2 are crisscrossed, and I gotta tell you, I feel the blend of energies here. So I don't know if this is one big reading, okay? If you feel like you're tuned into my whatever frequency I am here in this reading, I feel like 1's divine masculine, 2's divine feminine, and I'm feeling divine feminine, divine masculine, although we do have the sun here. And what I feel is coming through here is the connection here that's in your love life. Okay, so I feel like it's either already existing or something that's coming in exactly as this energy is going to unfold here. So only you can resonate with this. So this might be someone you're already engaged with. Okay, and if that's the case, then that's what's coming through. I cannot change that. All right, so I'm going to reveal these, but I do feel a blend of energies. And why is because I do feel here from this gazelle is like somebody, I feel both very creative, okay? Very creative energies here. So it could be artists, musicians, writers, painters, whatever sort of creative energy coming through, like quite strong with both of these. And I felt that with both piles, 1 and 2. And I'm still feeling the same energy sitting here. And so I feel like somebody here is learning, is very graceful, but is learning about being perceptive and tying into how to tie into their spirituality, how to become available, and but also how to understand themselves here, because I feel this is someone very graceful. And we have the sun. And the sun is masculine energy, okay, although I do feel divine feminine coming through here. And this is fire energy, both of these, which is Aries, Leo, Sag. But I feel like the divine feminine here energy feels clear, feels certain. It feels like she's leading away here with certainty and clarity, and there's joy and bliss surrounding her. And then I feel this lizard energy. And like I always say in my readings, I don't poo-poo divine masculine energy, but I feel like generally sometimes in these readings it could be divine masculine as having to go through whatever profound experience here in a matrix way in order for him to understand self. And what I'm really getting from this lizard, someone's very spiritual, but I'm getting someone kind of flaky, like a runner energy here. Okay, someone uncommittal. And with the bull, this is Taurus energy, I feel someone stubborn. So I feel someone open and very open here, okay? And very bright, very enlightened. And here I feel someone who is very fixed and non-committal is kind of what's coming through. And a little flaky when it comes to this connection, not showing up. So I don't know if this is this energy that you're in, but maybe when you meet this person is very fixed and not wanting commitment. And, you know, or you could, again, you could be this person and you crisscross roles. I don't know who's who, and I don't know who I'm reading for, and I don't want to confuse this reading, but you can either be resonating with either, but I feel 2 strong energies that are existing here, okay? So let's take a look. What's coming in new? Like, what's this energy then all about here? So I'm going to flip these, and then there's a lot of cards that came out for your pile, and they always wanted to come out in 2s. Although all the other piles and gets 2 of everything, I feel like you guys got a lot of 2. So I'm going to do my best to fit them in here and try to keep the energies straight. So it might take me a bit to get going, okay? So we have rest. And we have truth. Wow. Rest and truth. We have bully. Light attributes highlights your tendency to intimidate others, helps you confront the inner fears that bully you. Shadow attribute conceals deep fears behind verbal or physical abuse. Mother. Shadow attributes. Sorry, I don't know why I went right to this shadow attributes, but mother with shadow attributes. Smothering or abandoning children, instilling guilt in children for becoming independent. And then the light attribute, nurturance, patience, unconditional love, joy in giving birth to life. I'm feeling 2 energies coming through very, very strong here. The Tailor, attention to detail and pride. And the Forgotten, missed opportunities, fear of failure. Creator with air. Okay, air energy is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Although we were getting fire, there is air now coming through, and I do feel air here with this bully as well, and earth. So whatever you resonate with, we were seeing Taurus. I am getting earth from this mother card. We have the oil of vitriol, 35, or the number 8. We have wrath, 54, number 9. Wow, these are 2 very intense cards with wrath and the oil of vitriol. I'm going to put that there. We have authenticity with 10. The energy of authenticity supports our choice to be genuine and truthful in all aspects of our lives, with others as well as with ourselves. And integrity, 25. The energy of integrity supports our choice to be consistently truthful and honest while being guided by high moral standards. Very much hand in hand, integrity and authenticity. Wow. Okay, and we have trust. Yes, I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. And we have 63 with cast your sacred symbols, or the number 9. We have the womb, and we have mother here. Interesting. 46. 46, so number 10. The womb. Twin flame facilitator, expansive growth, 4-4. Wow. All right. Maybe this is why everything's coming in 2s here with this twin flame facilitator, expansive growth. Buffalo spirit, the abundant universe will provide. Number 10 coming out again. 10 is all about wrapping up cycles so you can make way for the new. It is like this womb energy. Virgo coming through, more earth energy. Digest, number 6. 6 is all about balance, give and take. It is also representing lovers in the tarot, which is about choice, choosing our destined path or partner. We have photon and we have spectrum. And I'm getting, with this squiggly thing and this womb, it's kind of looking like impregnation. Am I saying that right? Impregnation of something here. Same with this. I feel like one thing coming in and expansive creative energy coming out. Kind of like synergy coming together to create something here. Okay. Oh my goodness. Pile 3. This was supposed to be new energy, spirit. I don't necessarily feel this new energy here. And if you don't know this person, then this is your next thing that's happening here in your love life. I feel like it's an energy here of someone. I'm going to read you as being the gazelle because that's the first card. This is divine feminine. Beautiful energy here, okay? But I feel like you're learning a profound lesson. How to take power back into your own sort of control here, and feel empowered where you can, and allow spirit to do whatever spirit needs to do when spirit needs to do it. But the whole profound lesson here in this connection is learning about self, learning about authenticity, learning your own ability to trust spirit, to trust yourself, to trust intuition, what you're creating, to be integral, to learn unconditional love as a mother would, despite this person. Okay, now I'm not saying if this person is abusive, however they come out here, if they're abusive, I'm not saying that we unconditionally put up with someone being abusive. Okay, I feel as though, and those of you guys who know, when we're in, and I don't like labeling anything here, but I feel like if it is a soul connection here with twin flame, this is like the epitome of what I see here. Somebody who is non-committal, who is very challenging here, who is very defensive, who might not know how to communicate properly and be authentic, who's running away from self, who's pushing you away, who's very challenging, who's caused a lot of upheaval here. Fire and air. It's causing a lot of upheaval. I think there's a lot of passion. Things went up in smoke. Somebody's very nurturing and motherly, while somebody here is very defensive and angry and guarded. And so there's a huge opportunity here for you guys to work together. But I feel like it takes two people to build and create and nurture. And so if one person isn't there, then two people cannot create. So it's like, how do you guys get through this? That is the journey. And I feel this is a journey here of trusting spirit and trusting divine and bringing you guys together, and how to trust self despite past pains, conditioning, and lifestyles here that have created who you are. And I feel like the gazelle is more ascended in understanding self. But I feel like if you were to ask this gazelle if this is you, you know, their experience here, they would say that they've learned a lot about themselves here. And so it's like navigating blind. And I feel like both people here are very tired, okay, and navigating blind. Because eyes closed here, these ones covered with stars, and all about truth and trust, and like having to really trust in following something blindly here that feels like a maze. Because when we learn a lesson of unconditional love, we don't sacrifice ourselves. But then how do we love unconditionally someone who we know might be in an energy here that's causing a lot of upheaval? Like, what is this lesson here? Okay, and so this lizard energy that I feel could potentially miss out on an opportunity here with this gazelle, with the missed opportunities, because of their, again, this fear of failure to me is talking about fear of commitment, fear of taking a risk, fear of taking a chance, to the point where with the forgotten, it's like self-fulfilling prophecy of them not being loved, not allowing themselves to birth and create something here. Or two people can have synergy and create something because of their own fears, because of their inability to allow things to progress, to not be in a defensive energy here and fighting against what the universe is providing. So both parties are growing. A lot of mirroring here. And the abundant universe will provide. I feel like the universe is trying to provide an experience here of things happening in a certain way so that the lessons are learned. But at the same time, it's like neither party here knows where this is going, but they have to trust blindly. And I feel like there's heavy creator energy here with the creator, this womb, with both these cards. That is untapped potential. And so I feel like both parties are creating this so that they can reap the benefits of the abundant universe is providing. To attain the benefits, the abundance that the universe is providing here. But that comes with a journey that might not be pleasant. And so I feel like ego definitely needs to be re-examined on both sides to a certain point, where this gazelle recognizes where maybe pride gets in the way, and maybe where they're trying to control, and ego gets in the way with this lizard person, where pride gets in the way and where they're trying to control. And so once they become very visible as to their own ego and their own ways of being, can they then understand who they authentically are, not who they think they need to be or think they need to do in order to find love or be loved. It's who are they, and are they walking and talking in their truth? Are they standing in their truth? Are they being honest about who they are and what they want for themselves? Are they sacrificing a big part of themselves? Are they avoiding a part of themselves by telling themselves that it's not for them? Because both of those wouldn't be living in authenticity and integrity. But when both parties learn to stand in their truth and trust themselves, the lizard trusting connection, trusting they're worthy of connection, trusting that they won't be forgotten, or that their self-fulfilling prophecy here of being in a very resistant energy until this gazelle gives up, because there's so much fear here, so it results in anger and defensiveness and flakiness and non-committal. And where this gazelle gives up, because there's a lesson here in learning how to be unconditional with someone who might be suffering, okay, but without selling self and staying authentic and being integral, by not selling their soul blindly, because nobody knows where this is going and what's to be created here. I feel like I'm doing a twin flame reading, but this is what came out, and I don't know now what I'm going to title this video, because I feel like this is more like a love reading of what's going on here in a connection. So take what you will with this, but I'm going to ask for some more, because clearly there's a reason why these cards are coming out to show you this, okay? So we're going to ask Spirit, what does pile 3 need to know then? Why is this coming out? What is this new energy that's coming in this connection? What is this new energy coming out in pile 3's love life that they need to know about? Clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good. Please protect me and the viewer as I channel this message. And thank you so much, pile 3, for allowing me to tap into your energy and the energy around you at this time. I'm truly blessed. Thank you so, so much. The Devil. The Strength. It's a major arcana. Queen of Pentacles, Chariots. Why is this Devil here, spirits? We have Capricorn, Leo, more Earth energy, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, and Cancer energy. We have the Four of Pentacles in reverse. I'm going to keep it as it comes out. So the King of Wands. Why is this Queen of Pentacles here? Seven of Cups in reverse, and then we have the Five of Wands. And the bottom of the deck, we have the Five of Swords. I'm going to flip that around, Nine of Cups under that. Okay. So, I think both people want to be happy. Obviously, that's a given, okay? Nine of Cups, emotional happiness. But in order to have a 10 of Cups with someone, come together, commit, have emotional bliss, and be happy, both parties need to be happy on their own, need to understand a full joy of being on their own, okay? If you don't love self, if you don't know how to make yourself happy, then good luck being in another connection that's healthy. So this is the profound lesson, is learning how to emotionally fulfill self outside of connection by being in a connection, and that's very challenging, okay? There's a lot of challenge here, I feel, in this connection with the Five of Wands and Five of Swords. I feel like you guys aren't seeing eye to eye. There's a lot of sabotage, most likely coming from lizard person, but I feel like both people are having to overcome a conflict. Both people are having to understand conflict resolution here and see beyond superficial things going on in this connection. I feel there's a lot of obsessions here and desire to be with one another, but I feel like there might be obsession with this connection. Gazelle could certainly be obsessed with this connection at some point in time. Okay, but this is unhealthy ways of being, and this is attachments, and devil energy is not good because lots needs to be revealed and healed. Okay, and specifically, I feel like what the unhealthy thing is here is the inability to let go. So, whoever is hanging on to their comfort zone or something in their life is needing to know how to detach from it. And I feel like most likely lizard is incapable or feels incapable of moving forward in this connection. So they're holding back too tightly or coming from a lack mindset of what it is that they might risk here in moving forward. So they're learning the lesson of allowing themselves to move forward. And I feel like Gazelle might have to learn a profound lesson of letting go of this connection if it wasn't for their highest good. So both parties are learning a lesson in strength, facing courage, facing their fears, facing whatever's going on inside of them to know when to hold back and when to let go. But it takes a lot of courage to do this because we have to face fears and trust that when we let go or when we follow what we're supposed to do, that the universe has our back. And so I feel like ego is certainly still in the works here, or at least something you guys are both working through here. But I feel like with the King of Wands, this is all about confidence and making things happen. So I feel like in order to make something happen here, for both parties to find their confidence in this connection, they're having to learn something very profound in how to let go, how to move forward, how to face fear, how to identify when they're in shadow, when they're in devil, when they're unhealthy, and how is it when they're independent, standing on their own, not needing to rely on an energy here that is unhealthy. Because I feel like for lizard, if they're on their own, it's like an unhealthy fear that connection would rob them of their independence, or a fear of some sort of maybe abandonment here that they'll sabotage first. And for the Gazelle, I feel like it's how do I understand to be loving and loyal and dedicated to myself first, but still be available to provide an unconditional love for another. Very strong mother energy here, which is all giving me unconditional love. So lots of confusion. Okay, lots of uncertainty. It's how do we get out of this? How do we confidently find our way out of this confusion, this mess? And so I feel like if the lizard isn't clear about their intentions here, how is this Gazelle person have to choose the right option? How to trust what option to choose for themselves for the future here? How do they detach from maybe this connection where maybe they were obsessed with this connection at some point, okay, with this person, with this connection? I just feel like there's a lot of needing to choose wisely, not to choose out of ego, not to choose from a place of immediate gratification. Having to learn lessons in choice, having to learn lessons in if I choose this, what happens? If I choose that, what happens? If I, like eliminating a whole bunch of things here so that we can work through the confusion, work through the sabotaging and the challenge and the conflict and have conflict resolution, I feel here, and get through the defensiveness in order to have success, in order to move forward, in order for this journey to progress. Because this is telling me you guys are on a journey. And this is telling me that this journey is going to progress. And the whole point of the journey is to find happiness and be fulfilled with self, despite the other person. Okay, so, or another person, but also for the lizard person, it's like, how do I allow myself to become available and not lose myself with another person? or trust that I won't be abandoned in a connection where I do the opposite and push people away or run from the connection, to the point where, again, self-fulfilling prophecy, where this person is going to leave me, or I'm going to be in a very defensive, resistant energy, so things don't happen good in my life. When it comes to blessings and connection, especially that the universe wants to provide abundance for you to create something here. Something that you can harvest, something that is worth planting, okay? Because I feel like the lizard hasn't planted something worthy of planting here, hasn't been able to experience this, and might be in denial, not wanting to experience something here, but is cutting off from a blessing. And I feel like Gazelle is having to really learn about what unconditional love means here and find self-worth and value. Total twin flame experience here. Okay, so final message. What does pile 3 need to know? What am I missing? What isn't clear for them right here, right now? Did I not communicate something? Why are we seeing this, spirits? What do I need to communicate to pile 3 in regards to this message overall? We have 8 of Wands in the reverse. We have the World in the reverse. Clear and concise message, spirit. Ace of Wands. Why is this 8 of Wands here? This one jumping at me. I have the 3 of Cups, the Mother Star with yes. And finally, why is this Ace of Wands here? 3 cards. We have the Emperor in reverse. We have the 3 of Swords. And then we have the 6 of Cups. Oh my goodness. And bottom of the deck, we have Death and Hermit under that. And I don't read bottom of the deck in reverse. So, powerful cards here. Scorpio, Virgo, Aries energy. Okay. What a journey. Death. That is huge, massive spiritual transformation here, okay? Our whole life is changed with the Death card. We have to release things, like I said, release what doesn't serve us. The lizard's releasing certain things that are holding them back. Gazelle is releasing certain ways that they love or show up in connection so that they can change spiritually, so that they become who they're supposed to be in their authenticity. Stand in integrity. Understand themselves so well because they've done the healing and the inner work that it's transformational here that only they can do on themselves. So, unless this happens, things could get stuck. And I feel like things get stuck is very challenging here because there's a lot of periods in this connection throughout this journey where we don't communicate and we feel like things don't move. Okay, and then all of a sudden we reconcile. So what Spirit's showing is there's things that are stuck, things that don't move, things that feel very slow and stagnant, and then there will be times where you come together, where you guys can connect and be there for one another. And so you might be in a cyclical pattern here with this person, but know that this is a journey, and that the journey sometimes feels like it's going backwards before it goes forwards. And so if you're in a period of no contact, this message is very clear. This person wants reconciliation, is most likely coming to you. Okay, so what's next in love? You're most likely having a reconciliation here. Someone who wasn't communicating or was keeping, I don't know, keeping their communication away from you or not communicating something here. Coming forward. Now, if you are in communication with this person, you feel kind of stuck here. I feel like this person is having to deal with this 3 of Cups energy, which could be somebody who can't get deep, okay? They can't get past the 3 of Cups. Distracted with the third-party energies here. What doesn't necessarily matter so much. You know, this is like my party card, keeping things light, not allowing things to get deep. And so I feel like Spirit is showing here that there's a need to conclude an energy here in order for things to have a huge spiritual shift. There's a need to end certain parts of our life. So with this lizard, they're concluding something here. They're having to conclude in order for them to become available here for things to flourish. For, like we said, the womb, creator, mother energy with the Mother Star. We're seeing mother coming out again. This is birthing something absolutely spectacular. So what are you birthing with this person? I feel like both of you guys are on a mission here on Earth. And until you guys get your crap together here, you guys cannot do your mission. which is birthing something. And for each twin flame, it's different. Sometimes it's allowing other people to understand how to love. It could be painters, artists, writers, creators, healers that are birthed to this world that help save humanity, okay? There's a group of people here who are called to help Earth. I feel this is you and this person. So, what's happening? Both people have to get empowered, but I feel like this divine masculine is lagging with this Emperor in reverse, because this divine masculine is still having to do ego work. Okay, that's all this hermit, that's this ego, or this Emperor in reverse is the Emperor in the shadow, which is ego. Somebody who needs to recognize where they're still needing to do self-worth in order for them to allow themselves to pursue and go after this connection, to be desiring what they know they can have here in their authenticity, rather than sabotaging and defensively pushing away something here and not feeling empowered to go after it, not feeling confident to go after it. So both you guys are on a journey of coming back home with the Six of Cups. This is coming back home. Okay, this is reconciliation as well. This is childhood, people of the past. This is also my soulmates card. Okay, so there is a soul recognition here. And I feel like this soul recognition has triggered a Three of Swords in both of these people, because I feel both of you guys are experiencing heartache, grief, and sorrow. Now, if you haven't met this person and you listen to all this, I think having experienced this, cracking your heart, with three swords through it, is a profound experience that provides with a huge spiritual shift for you to love in a truth, to be open and loving in a truth, which is your authentic self. Because when we love outside of our authentic self, we don't know of real love. We don't know of unconditional love. We don't know of what love is, except for the love we see in the movies. We know this type of love, okay? It's very conditional and it's very surface. But when we love unconditionally, when we shed ego, when we go through a massive dark night of the soul and we tap into our authenticity, only then, when we do the inner work and the shadow work and the healing, we feel a lot of pain. We understand why we have sorrow, why we have suffered pain, but then we become very aware and awakened and conscious, and we could do healing to the earth and to other people, and that's when we spiritually shift. And I feel like if this is your twin, which I feel it is, that's how we have growth reflected onto the other person, because as we know, twin flames are very, very much connected energetically, so much so that they share the same spirit soul, okay? So, when you share and come from the same source as a twin flame, what happens here is when one person's ascending, the other person ascends as well, because of the shared energy system. And when one person is, stuck in a pattern, the other person's stuck as well. When one person pushes, the other person pulls. So when we learn to find a balance, when we learn to do the inner work, when we learn to do the healing we need to do, then the twin, our person, does the same, because that is natural law. Okay? But there needs to be an understanding of self and a recognition of what is your authentic self here. Stand in integrity, because I feel like it takes a while to get here. And I feel like this is the journey you're on with this person. All right, but the reward is beautiful, because when you find out who you are, you've already transformed, and no one can take away your authenticity. No one can tell you anything different. Once you found yourself, you found yourself. You came home with that Six of Cups. You found your person, okay? So I can confirm this, if you're resonating with this, that this person is most likely your twin. And I feel like you guys are sharing a soul connection here so profound that you guys are going to change the world. So this is a very spiritual reading, and this is how it came out. I was very hesitant to read it like this, but there's no other way for me to read it other than how I see it. Okay, so this is what I see. Pile 3, I'm so blessed to have you here. I wish you the very best. Your person seems kind of challenging here. I do want to pull actually here if this lizard person is your person. I'm just going to pull advice because I feel like you need advice. And I don't know, maybe you aren't the gazelle and maybe you're the lizard here, and you know you're in some sort of self-sabotage energy. So whatever this advice is supposed to come out for pile 3, what is the advice here? What is the advice? Queen of Pentacles and the 3 of Swords. One more. 2 of Wands. So Spirit's advice here, I feel, is very consistent. Queen of Pentacles is somebody who is able to independently be grounded, loyal, dedicating, motherly energy, and supportive. This is unconditional love. So I feel like unconditional love has to be top priority. The loyalty, the authenticity, the integrity has to be there. But understand that it is there independent of whether you're in a connection or outside of a connection. But in order to get to find balance in this connection, there has to be a reaching of this state within self. So if we're very independent, but we haven't learned about how to love unconditionally and be open and intimate and vulnerable because we might fear of something happening, then we're not at a state where we can enjoy a connection. And so this causes a lot of pain and perpetuates pain. So we have to feel the pain, we have to go through the grief, we have to do the inner work, we have to deal with our heartbreak, acknowledge our heartbreak, even if it's in this connection, and then make the choice to choose this connection. But we have to choose it. It's not something that just happens. So we're presented with a choice. And, you know, we have to make a decision here to decide to stay, be held back, or choose a path which might be facing fear and facing pain and overcoming this in order to find ourselves, to find our authenticity so we could become available to this connection. But we're at a crossroads where we got to make this decision. But we have the power in our hands to do this. So Spirit wants you to know that you have the power to choose here, okay? And you could be stuck in pain and cover it up, or in cognitive dissonance, or just repeat whatever if you don't choose the path that's a little more difficult here, which is confronting pains in order for you to overcome this, okay? And don't let your pride and your ego get in the way of this, because you're burrowing in authenticity here. So I didn't say burning, burrowing your authenticity. I'm exhausted. This is my reading for you guys. I hope this helped. I love you very much. Let me know in the comments if this resonated, because I don't know what this turned into, but it turned into whatever I just read. All right? So I'll see you soon. Bye.